Super Mario Bros. Wonder is shaping up to be one of the biggest shakeups from Nintendo we've seen in ages. We're officially in the third era of 2D Mario games, and while that is an exciting notion, it's also a bit scary. So a few days ago, I asked you guys what you'd like to see from the next installment in Nintendo's Flagship series. Pun absolutely intended. So with all that said, let's see what you guys had to say. They need to give each character unique attributes. That was an amazing part of 3D World, and I hope they expand upon that concept. For example, Daisy should have her double jump, or she can have extra strength, which may have been purposely been shown off in the trailer. If this isn't in the game, I'm actually gonna be kind of disappointed because 3D World's different attributes to each character, I think is kind of what makes that game so special. Having different attributes for each character, it bleeds personality, and I think that's exactly what this game is going for. So I'd honestly be shocked if this isn't in the game, even though I don't think we've seen that technically in the trailer yet. I could see it, happening. And of course, I think Daisy should have her double jump from Super Mario Run. I think that's a great idea, and I'd love to see even more characters, if I'm being completely honest. I want bosses that aren't just step on their head, wait 10 seconds for them to stop spinning, and repeat. We saw in the trailer for less than 2 seconds what seemed to be a Dark Bowser Jr. fight where you change sizes, and this looks amazing. And hopefully every boss will have unique fighting mechanics like this. This is a great suggestion because I didn't exactly think about it, but yeah, the bosses in the past few Mario games, like specifically the 2D ones, have not been great. But I think, like you said, the Dark Bowser Jr. fight, stuff like that, similar, okay, weirdly enough, boss is kind of similar to like Sonic games, because I feel like every 2D boss is usually just like wait for them to do their like special attack and then find their weakness. At least switching it up, I think is a great idea. I can't exactly think off the top of my head what like the perfect like 2D Mario boss would be, but just things to switch it up, I think is what we need to be seeing in this game. I am ecstatic to see Nintendo return to this series of games after a decent cooldown. I really think they took time to make this game fresh and new without making it feel completely different. Also, I'd love to see more of the Ice Flower, definitely a favorite power-up of mine. I've got to agree with this. This kind of weirdly enough feels like a upgrade from Super Smash Bros. For Wii U up to Smash Ultimate. Like, I'm not saying this is like the Smash Ultimate of 2D Mario games, but what it does feel like is they took what worked with the old engine. I don't exactly know how these things work. I'm just like somebody that talks about video games, but it looks similar, but then they built upon what they had already worked on. They're not reinventing the wheel, but they're making the wheel better, I guess. Like, the animation looks amazing, and there's so much detail and, life that seems to be coming from this new installment in the Mario games compared to the new Soup series, where it felt very samey, plasticky, it felt very cookie cutter. And for the time, I think that's kind of what Nintendo is going for because they sold well, but I feel like innovation in Mario, especially in 2D Mario, was crucial for the next game of the series. I don't know about crucial because it still would have sold millions and millions of copies, because look at New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. What a terrible name, by the way. But yeah, I agree with that. I'm definitely glad they took time to cool down, especially just to go work on the Mario Maker series. I agree with you. A Wonder Flower that turns the visuals to the style of past 2D Mario games. Dude, that would be mind-blowing. You know what? I actually had this idea. In Galaxy 2, how they have the throwback level to Whomp's Fortress from Super Mario 64? What if they had like a post-game world where there's one level from each 2D Mario game? I'm not sure about like a power-up that does that. I think that may be a bit too technical, but I think having the throwback levels be like their own like world would be super cool. Simple. The art style is immaculate. Nintendo is trying this Spider-Verse kind of style, and I dig it. Look at Mario's max running speed animation. His legs have smear frames, and it's perfect. That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't say it's exactly like Spider-Verse, but at least they're trying something different here. They're putting personality into things that, average consumer isn't gonna really notice. That's when you can tell a game is gonna be good, when they put effort into things that won't be noticed by the general population. I hope they give an update to Super Mario Maker 2 because this style would be really cool. This was literally one of my first thoughts after I saw the trailer. I was like, bro, this would be so cool in Super Mario Maker 2. And I think that's what kind of makes 2D Mario so special in my opinion. What if after every new 2D Mario game we get that style in the next Mario Maker game? The potential for levels using whatever that special power-up is that like makes the world like super trippy. I think that'd be so cool. What if you could switch characters mid-level? This could be done through a pause menu, or they could do what Super Mario 64 DS did with the caps. What I think they're gonna do is similar to like 3D world where you pick them at the start of the level. That just seems to be like what makes the most sense in my mind. Maybe you have to unlock the characters throughout the worlds. Like imagine, okay, this is actually a kind of neat idea. What if at the end of each world, one of the characters is locked in the castle and you have to unlock them at the end of each world? Like at the end of world 1, you unlock Luigi. At the end of world 2, you unlock Peach. At the end of world 3, you unlock Toad. I could definitely see them doing that. Only problem is it locks multiplayer off, which could be a problem, but you could just make them the Yoshis. So yeah, maybe. Who knows? I like where your head's at. I'd like to see a more in-depth story. It doesn't have to be anything huge, but anything would be appreciated. This right here. Okay, story in Mario games is extremely slept on. Extremely slept on. In my opinion, this can be a little controversial. I think the best story out of any Mario game is Super Mario Sunshine, because it actually has cutscenes and it actually has like a theme of Bowser Jr. wanting a mother and him like not having that mother figure. I think that's like a super like it's goofy in the moment because he's like stealing Peach and blah blah blah, but it's also super heartfelt, and I would love to see more of those kind of things come to Mario games. I think Odyssey did a decent job of having like the theme of a wedding. I think having at least at the bare minimum a theme for what the bad guy is trying to accomplish. I think that is extremely important. It can't just be, oh, we're kidnapping a princess. No, that can't be what we're doing this time. And it doesn't seem to be what they're doing, because we got Peach, we got Daisy, they're both playable. So there's gotta be something else going on here, and that gets me super excited. They should bring back the mini games from New Super Mario Bros. DS, so I can play poker against Luigi again. Bro, if I'm not playing poker in Super Mario Bros. Wonder against Luigi, what are we even doing here? I would love to see some sort of animal that makes you faster, like a cheetah, since Mario can now turn into an elephant. Yes, yes, yes. I think that's kind of where we're going with this. I think we're definitely gonna be getting a lot of power-ups based on animals. I think that's super interesting. It kind of weirdly enough reminds me of Donkey Kong Country. And to interact with the world in a more hands-on way with the different animals, those power-ups could be super neat. They'd be great. They can probably bring back power-ups like the katsu or the cape. I agree with you. I think somebody already brought up bringing back power-ups, but I just had to screenshot this because you literally picked my 2 favorite 2D Mario items of all time. Well, katsu is in 2D Mario. It is in Super Mario Maker 2, so I wasn't technically wrong. I really want to see if you can buy clothes and outfits with the purple coins that can be earned in levels to change your appearance like in Odyssey. If this isn't the way purple coins are used, I'm gonna be very shocked. I don't know if there's gonna be like shops where you buy them, but I could definitely see like a capsule, like lottery kind of thing. If they add a special world, but you have to find all of the Wonder Seeds and it has Champions Road type levels, yes. I love collecting things and then being rewarded with like a super hard level at the end of the game. Mario, they know how to pull this off. I very much expect this to be in the game. More secret exits like ones from Super Mario World. Yes, finding the key and then find the keyhole and then it like zooms out and then you boom, a new level pops up on the world map. That's exactly what I'm looking for in a 2D Mario game. I want them to have a dolphin power-up for easy water movement. Yes, people, they kind of despise water levels, and I would have to agree with them. They're not the most fun to control, but if we got a power-up that fixes that, kind of like having the cheap capture in Super Mario Odyssey, having a power-up like the dolphin power-up would be super interesting for easy water movement, and I would have to agree with that. That's a great suggestion. I'd like to see its name get changed to Super Mario Bros. Wonders. I would have to agree, they're definitely not gonna change it, but Super Mario Bros. Wonder, it's a clunky name. For me, I think it's supposed to be like a play on Wonderland, because that's kind of like what direction it seems to be looking like, but it should have been Super Mario Bros. Wonders. I don't know, because Wonders then reminds me of like the wonders of the world, and I don't think that's where they're going for. They're going for like Wonderland. So I guess Wonder works, but also it does feel like a bit clunky. But they've never had like a true subtitle to a 2D Mario game when you come to think of it. It feels clunky, but we may also just not be used to that because Super Mario Odyssey, it's not Super Mario Odysseys. I think it's something that we just, it's weird to like say right now, but like in 2 to 3 years, it's gonna roll off our tongue so easily. Anyways, thanks everybody for watching this video. If you enjoyed, go check out this video right here talking about 50 facts about Super Mario Bros. Wonder. What? This game isn't even out yet. It was like announced like a couple days ago. How do we have facts about it?